the Board of Selectmen held their November 9th meeting inside Powers Hall. The main reason was because of a public hearing on the agenda about the issue of food trucks. Mike Levin was there and has the details on what was decided.
We're bracing for the arrival of winter in the next few weeks, but by the springtime, we could see regular food vendors on the streets, but not necessarily here in downtown Needham. At the November 9th Board of Selectmen meeting, the issue of food trucks was brought before the public. The concern is that these vendors could take business away from fixed location restaurants, as well as take up prime parking in the already crowded downtown. So the question is whether there's a demand, and if so, where it might be located.
People have commented that kids don't vote, but if you look at those early release days where they all hoard downtown, food trucks would be a big hit. And they're looking for cheap things to eat. It ends up being 7-Eleven, ends up being McDonald's.
But I also think there's a difference between food trucks, which are very large, and food carts, which can be quite small, and might be a particular kind of nice amenity, particularly in good weather.
Maybe a food cart, like on Pickering or somewhere in that area, that isn't a direct competitor with the businesses, and maybe on a pilot basis or somewhere else that wouldn't be a direct competitor.
Ultimately, the board decided that the first step they will take with food carts or trucks will be for regular events at DeFazio Field and Memorial Park. They will talk with the Park and Recreation Department as well as the trustees of Memorial Park to lay the groundwork for future regulations.
If we were able to work out that set of rules, and then we had some vendors that were going to work under those sets of rules, and then we had some experience with how those rules worked and how those vendors felt whether it was fair to them and whether the public felt it was a benefit, then at that point we might come back and revisit this.
The Board of Selectmen will continue with more public hearings on the food carts and food trucks issue over the next few weeks and months. Reporting from downtown Needham, this is Mike Levin for the Needham Channel News.